Hello, Amazing Race fan. My name is Kai, and welcome to the Communication Clinic. So today I want to discuss about Lenny and Karin from the Amazing Race One, Season One, and why I am rushing them to the ICU, which is Interpersonal Communication Unit. So I would diagnose Lenny and Karen with a case of poor verbal expression. So the whole message is a message that clearly includes the important parts that need to communicate well. And this can include what a person observes, what they think, what they feel, what they need. And when someone leaves out one of those important parts, the message become like a partial message. So a partial message can create misunderstanding and also conflict because the other person doesn't know, does not fully understand the situation or what is needed from the other person. So there are two specific examples from the race where Lenny and Karine exhibit the traits indicate of a partial message and a failure to use whole message. So a first example appears when in the episode 2 in the Paris, France, during the Eiffel Tower roadblock. In this challenge, one member had to go up the Eiffel Tower and use the viewfinder to find the race flag on the Arc de Triomphe. Lenny struggled to find the flag and believed the correct location, the Notre Dame instead. So he and Corinne went to Notre Dame, but when they then realized they were in the wrong place. And this moment shows their failure to use whole message because Corinne became frustrated with Lenny and they argue instead of just clearly communicate with each other what they felt, what they observed, and what they needed. Corinne could have said that she are the that we are at the wrong location, and I feel stressed because we're losing time. I need to go back to recheck the clue. That would have been a whole message, but because it includes a observation, a feeling, and a need. But instead, the conversation became more about frustration and disappointment. Then that made Lenny feel blame instead of help. And in a race where every minute is matters, that kind of partial message can make the problem worse. And that's not all. The second example happens in the episode 7 in India. So the team traveled through Delhi and Agra, and Lenny and Karim was trying to reach the pit stop at Tashkima Hotel in Agra. The taxi situation became stressful and confusing. So during this moment, Karim became angry at Lenny because she felt like she was doing most of the work while Lenny was not helping her enough. And by the time they reached pit stop, they were the last team to arrive and were eliminated from the game. So this is another example of partial message. So Karim had a real concern, but it came out sound more like a blame than a whole message. Instead of focusing on what Lenny was not doing, she could have used the I language and said, I feel overwhelmed because I feel like I'm making decision alone. Yet the I language, that would be clearer and less attacking, but it still explains the problem, but gives Lenny a better chance to understand and respond. But there are ways for them to remedy this. So here is what I would prescribe to this team. So I would prescribe whole message. So when Lenny and Karin are stressed, they should include what they see, what they think, what they feel, and what they need. For example, they could say that something like, I see the driver is confused. I think we might be going the wrong way. I feel worried that we're losing time. I need us to stop and ask for someone else for direction. And that is much clearer than just yelling and blaming. And second of all, I would prescribe the I language. So instead of saying you're not helping, they should say that I was overwhelmed, stuff like that. And it would help because the you language, the you message can make other person feel attacked, while the I language help the speaker take responsibility for their own thoughts and feelings. And third, I would prescribe them for separating facts from judgment. A fact would be like we are at Notre Dame, but the clue points to the triumph. A judgment would be you are messing everything up. So that's a two completely different thing. And if they focus on the fact first, they can solve the problem faster and avoid turning every mistake into a personal attack, attacking each other. And yeah, my final diagnostics that is that Lenny and Karin do not struggle only because they are different people. They struggle because they are not express the complete message when the race becomes stressful. So if they use the whole message, the I language, and facts instead of judgments, they could move on from arguing against each other to solving the problem together. And yeah, my name is Kai, and thanks for watching the communication clinic. Yeah, and I see y'all in the next time. Thank you.